it's Betsy, and today we have another part to my mid-year 2021 declutter series. And today we're going for foundations. As you can see, this container is full. And I need to get rid of some of them. I cannot use all this makeup in a year. I can't probably use it in 2 years. I probably can't even use it in 3 years. And some of these are not the right undertones, that type of thing. So we need to go through and get rid of. I don't need to hold on to things just because I paid money for it, or I might use it eventually, or I'm forcing myself to use it because I have been known to do that in the past, like with concealers and stuff like that. So the first foundation I'm pulling out, this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. It's the foundation I'm wearing today. It's new, it's staying. I need to get some more use out of it to see what I think. Next up, this is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation. It looks great on the skin. I am keeping it. And I guess, do y'all want to see swatches of foundations? I guess we can do it. So first up, that is the Bobbi Brown. And as you can see, that is a little warm considering what I normally like, and it's a little on the pale side, but I think that it will continue to work. And then that's the Tom Ford. And you can't judge how it looks on my hand compared to my face, because my face is quite a bit paler than my hands and the rest of my body. So those two are staying. One that I know I'm getting rid of for sure, this is the Rare Beauty Stay, I don't remember what they call this, but this is in the shade 280N. This is not a neutral foundation by any means. Look how yellow that is compared to the other two. That is a warm foundation. You can see it in the bottle. It looks pretty on the skin, but I haven't found one of their foundations or concealers that is an actual neutral undertone. Everything pulls warm in that line, and it doesn't work on my skin, so it is not staying. Next up, this is the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. This is in the shade 350 or 330 in Buttered Pecan, and I love this foundation. As you can see, it's a good neutral undertone. It works beautifully. It is staying. Okay, next up, this is a sample of the Forever by Dior Skin. This is in the shade 2N. That is not a bad neutral undertone, but it is a little, as you can see, that is really way too pale for me as a foundation right now. So I'm gonna put that in my declutter box. I do have my declutter box right here. Next up, this is the Pure Love Your Selfie, and this is the shade Medium Neutral 5. This is a great foundation, and it still is a great foundation. So you can see the Medium Neutral 5 is a little bit pale right now, but I'm keeping it because this works as a concealer and a foundation, and I also will use it in conjunction with, I have the shade Tan Neutral 3, which is a much better shade match for me right now, but I can blend, see that's Tan Neutral 3. I can blend the two of them together or use them by themselves depending on where I'm at in my skin journey. So those are definitely both staying. Then we have, this is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation. I just reused this the other day, and I do like the undertone of that. That's what it looks like. Okay, we're gonna hold on to that one. See, foundations is one of those things, I don't know why I struggle with getting rid of them so much, but I do. Okay. Then this one is still in the box. This is a backup of the Beauty Blender in the shade 3.55 Neutral Olive. That is like my holy grail foundation. And so far, nothing has replaced it. That's what it looks like. See what I'm saying? That's a beautiful color. And they had it on sale at Sephora for like 20 bucks. So I have the one that is about halfway full, and then I have the one that hasn't even been opened. So I was like, I'm going to keep a replacement of you. Okay. Then I have, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear in 4-in-1. I bought this the other day at the cosmetics company store. And again, that is a beautiful undertone. This is a repurchase. This is a great foundation. I'm not doing too good right now. I've only gotten rid of one, but we're gonna get rid of more. Next up, this is the Chantecaille Cushion, Future Skin Cushion in Nude. This is a great foundation. It's kind of, I just opened this one, so like I just swapped the cushion because I used the other one. So I'm not just gonna open this till I'm ready to use it. But again, great foundation. I am doing terrible, y'all. Very, very terrible. Okay, so then this is the Anastasia foundation. I have the shade 320N. And this one is quite a bit light on me. So when I ordered from Anastasia, I grabbed, because they had a deal where you got a couple of things free and everything was like 30% off. So I grabbed the shade 3.55N. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? How warm that looks compared to the other neutral undertone one? Yeah, I don't know what I should do with that. Maybe if I mix the two together? We'll try it that way and see how it goes. Because I mean, it's a good foundation. I actually really enjoy the foundation. That's why I got another one. Plus it was on sale. I am a sucker for foundation sales. I don't know about y'all, but I am a foundation, well, pretty much if it's a sale and it's like a face product, I'm like always in. Why? I don't know, because it's not like I don't have enough stuff. Okay. Next up, this is the Burberry Fresh Glow Stick. My friend Aileen got me this, and this is in the shade Ochre number 2. So, it's a beautiful foundation on the skin. It's too pale for me right now, so I'm gonna see if, because Nadia has a little bit of a tan. Shocker, I know. I'm gonna see if that will work on her, because it might. So I'm going to declutter that one. I mean, as I said, it's a beautiful foundation. It has this really nice cooling effect on the skin. It's just not right for me. So next up, this is the Collab foundation, and then this is in the shade Sun 3.5. Why is that Sun? Does that look like Sun? No, that looks pale. But yeah, that one's not gonna stay. It's just too light, and it is a little warm, and you know, I have foundations that match me much, much better. So those are the ones that are going to stay. Then we have Mama Pat, and I have 2 shades in this. I have the shade Light Medium 14 and Light Medium 10. So Light Medium 10 looks like this, which is more of my winter shade. I mean, yes, it's pretty pale right now, but it is more of my winter shade. And then Light Medium 14 is more of my summer shade. So I'm going to hold on to both of those. Again, it was rather pricey, and it looks beautiful on the skin. So there's no reason for me just to get rid of it, just to get rid of it. And that's one thing you need to realize too, like for people who are doing declutters and things like that, don't feel like you need to get rid of a lot of products, because that's part of this. Is also a collection video. So you can see what is in my collection, what I like, and what is staying. Next up, this is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot, and this is the shade Medium 260. I bought this when it was on sale, and it works as both a foundation or a concealer. I was using it as a foundation, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I think that it's a little bit too pale, and it is pretty thick as far as a full coverage foundation goes, so I feel like it's a little bit too much on the skin, if that makes sense, or at least for my personal preference. Next up, this is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. So this is supposed to be more like a tinted moisturizer. And see what I'm saying? Okay, so this definitely, it's thicker than what you'd think as like a CC cream, but it's too warm. It's just too yellow. And I don't like for my skin to pull that yellow, if that makes sense. So that one can be gone. Hey, I'm doing better. Got 5 gone. But again, this isn't a competition. Next up, this is the La Mer, the foundation, the soft fluid wear foundation. I have this shade light ochre 230. So as you can see, it's pretty pale, but it actually does go beautifully on the skin, and I've worn it. I can warm it up with bronzer. I've done that, but I think it'll work much better for me in the winter time, so I'm gonna hold on to it for that, because I don't wanna get rid of everything that's too light for me right now, because I don't know how much color I will lose, because that's part of the problem. Is like, because of everything with COVID, I spent a lot of time indoors for a while. So it's like my foundations weren't anything what I was used to using. Does that make sense? So that's part of it. Okay, next up, this is a foundation Nadia got me. It's the number 23. It's she ordered it because you see it's got like a glittery bell. Now the foundation, way too pale, but I want to keep the compact, so I will use up the foundation. Even if I have to use that as a primer, I will use it up. One way or another. Next up, this is the Guerlain. This is the shade 035N. This is the L'Essentials Natural Coverage Foundation. That is a thick, thick foundation. This is a beautiful foundation on the skin. Again, it's pale for me right now, but I did buy it in the winter time, so I don't know if I will go that pale again, but we will hold on to it for the time being. And part of the reason why I have changed so many shades is I like to exercise, and I like to exercise outdoors, and no matter how much sunscreen I put on my face, I get darker and darker and darker, but it works. Okay, this is the KVD Good Apple foundation. This is a good foundation. You can see, or a great foundation. You can see that I have a big old dent in the middle. It has like this weird balmy texture, but it is like a full coverage foundation. I really like how this lays on my skin, and I've used it quite a bit, and it's a great shade. So I do enjoy that foundation quite a bit. Okay, next up, this is the Beauty Bakery Instant Bake, and this is in the shade 340N. That is not a neutral undertone. Like, you see how yellow that looks? Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of that one, because I do feel like that is a little bit too yellow. And I don't reach for it, because like every time I put it on my skin, I feel like I'm looking like Big Bird. I mean, I am very frank and honest about my opinions on things, and I don't just keep them just to keep them. Because, yeah. And I do have an olive undertone, but I don't want to look yellow, you know? Okay, next up we have, this is the Fenty Pro Filter. This is the matte one. Okay, and this is in the shade 230N. Okay, I think that one's gonna go. Yeah, that one's gonna go. It's not bad, it's just I don't hardly reach for a true matte foundation, and that's too pale. So that one can go. Someone I know will get use out of it. Then we have the Gucci. This is the Fair Medium 250O. This is the Fluid de Beauté foundation. I have 250O, which are 250 or 225O. I like this foundation. It is looking a little yellow though, now the more I look at it. But we'll see. We'll use it because it's pale right now. That is, again, another winter shade we will hold on to and keep. Okay, then we have, this is the Fenty Beauty. This is the hydrating foundation, and again, this is in the shade 230. Okay, yeah, I'm getting rid of that one too. I mean, the Fenty foundations are great. I just, like, it's just a little bit too pale on me. And there's something, like, when I'm looking at them, I can tell in the undertone that right now it just doesn't work for me. Okay, next up, this is the Danessa Myricks Vision Cover Cream. This is a beautiful full coverage foundation. This is in the shade Neutral in 45, 4.5. See how nice and thick that is? Again, when I'm swatching stuff on my hand, it looks very pale. When you look at my hand versus my face, it's not, like my face is so pale compared to the rest of me. So we're gonna hold on to that one because I can make that work. Okay, next up, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Foundation, and this is in the shade 7.5. Why is that a 7.5? You know what I'm saying? That's really pale compared to the Tom Ford, which is in the same, I think, 7.5. That is a nice thick foundation. I do enjoy that one, so it will stay. It can stay, it can stay. Hey, at least we're getting rid of some. I'm like 3, 6, 8 down. At least my box won't be like overflowing. Okay, this is the Fenty Eavesdrops. This is one of my favorites of 2021 so far. I have the shade number 11. That is a great shade match on my skin. It looks beautiful on, like, I don't know, there's something about this Pro Filter. This is my favorite foundation type product from Fenty. So that one is not going anywhere. Okay. Next up, we have, this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation. I have the shade Light 40 in, and I have a feeling, look, see, that's a light shade. You see how dark that is? That's part of the problem, is like every brand, it's very difficult to figure out your color. But I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. I haven't reached for it in a while, and I don't know. I like the foundation, it's just, I don't feel like it's the perfect shade, so it's like, why hold on to it if I'm not reaching for it? Like all these other foundations, I can remember a time that I've reached for them recently. The ones I'm getting rid of are something that I either reached for recently, like this Rare Beauty one, and remembered that I didn't like it on my skin. Okay, so next up, this is the Huda Glowish Foundation. I have this shade number 6, Medium Tan. See how warm that looks? But it actually looks beautiful on the skin. This is another good skin tint foundation. So that one is a keep. Yes, Siri, it is. But I like that. And it's brand new. Like, but even if it was brand new, like, I have a lot of people that are around me that are paler than me, so I can definitely declutter things that are too light to others. So next up, this is the NARS Soft Matte Foundation in the shade Stromboli, which is medium 3. Okay, that is pale. Blend it out. Okay. I don't know, that's pulling pretty, yeah, that's a little too yellow. Okay, so that one can go. That one might work well for my mother-in-law. Okay, one more foundation. Really? And that is the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Glow Foundation. Or this is like one of those skin tints again. This is in the shade, what is this, 41 Light Medium. I like that one. So those are the 3 skin tints I like, which is the Huda, the Fenty, and the Urban Decay. These are great. Like, those are my tinted moisturizer skin tint style foundations that I really like. But we did do good. So now I am down to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I have a foundation problem, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm down to 24 foundations. So I did pretty good because I got rid of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. So that makes my collection much more manageable. So every Friday I'm gonna post a new declutter till I get through with all of my decluttering collection updates. So that way you can see what all is in my collection. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I have been inundated by new makeup, so I have been posting a whole lot more. Saturdays at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, I always do a live. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.